If you just started a GLP-1 and you're already feeling off, maybe you have a little low energy, nausea, maybe a headache you can't shake, you've probably already Googled whether it's the medication. And you may have even wondered if you should stop. Here's what I need you to hear before you do anything. In most cases, it's not the medication causing this. It's something you're doing or not doing. That's making the normal first week adjustment phase feel like something is seriously wrong. And the frustrating part, most people think that what they're doing is correct, but it actually isn't. I'm Paula, nurse practitioner at Regenics, and I work directly with our GLP-1 patients every single day. This is the single most common mistake I see in week 1, and fixing it changes the entire experience. Here's what happens almost every time. You start your GLP-1, your appetite drops noticeably, you're not as hungry, food doesn't sound so appealing, so you eat less. And it feels like you're doing exactly what the medication is supposed to help you do. But here's where it quietly goes wrong. Your appetite dropping is not your body telling you it doesn't need fuel. It's a hormonal signal that's been dialed back. That need for protein, hydration, and consistent nutrition doesn't just go anywhere. And when you don't meet those needs, your body starts responding in a way that looks and feels almost identical to a medication problem. Nausea that won't quit, energy that crashes mid-morning, dizziness when you stand up, weakness that makes a normal day feel exhausting. And the automatic conclusion is, this medication just doesn't agree with me. But clinically, what I'm usually seeing is a body running on too little fuel while managing a significant metabolic adjustment at the same time. And in a moment, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your body when this occurs. Because once you understand the mechanism, you're never going to make this mistake again. Here's the biology of what's going wrong. GLP-1 medications slowed down gastric emptying, the rate at which food moves through your digestive system. That's a feature, not a flaw. It's part of how they help you feel fuller longer. But when you combine that slower digestion with not eating enough, specifically not enough protein and not enough consistent calories, several things happen simultaneously. Your blood sugar becomes unstable, it dips, spikes, and then dips again, which is what creates that foggy, low energy, slightly nauseous feeling most people experience. Your body shifts into conservation mode. Instead of prioritizing fat burning, it starts protecting vital resources, which means energy goes down and recovery slows down. And your digestive system, already moving more slowly than usual, has even less to work with, which can worsen constipation, bloating, and nausea. This is why when two people start the same medication at the same dose and have completely different week 1s, one of them is eating structured, adequate meals with consistent protein. The other one is eating as little as possible because their appetite has dropped and they assume that was the right move. Same medication, completely different experiences. So let me reframe what week 1 actually is. It is not a restriction competition, it is a metabolic adjustment period. And your job during that period is to fuel your body adequately so the medication can do what it is designed to do. Less food is not better. Better food, eaten consistently, is better. Here's the practical shift that changes everything. First, eat on a schedule, not on appetite. In week 1, your hunger signals are being recalibrated. You cannot rely on them to tell you when to eat. Set a structure. 3 small, balanced meals spaced every 4 to 5 hours, even if you're not hungry, especially if you're not hungry. Second, make protein non-negotiable at every single meal. This is the single most important nutritional variable in week 1. Protein stabilizes blood sugar. It protects the muscle. It reduces the severity of nausea. And because GLP-1 reduce appetite, protein is the first thing that gets skipped, which is exactly when things start to go wrong. Aim for at least 20 to 30 grams per meal. Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, chicken, a protein shake, whatever gets you there consistently. Third, hydration is not optional. Dehydration on a GLP-1 amplifies every single symptom you're trying to avoid. Nausea, fatigue, headaches, constipation. All of them get worse when you're underhydrated. Aim for 60 to 80 ounces of water daily. If plain water feels unappealing, which is common in week 1, add some electrolytes. They support the fluid balance your body is working to maintain during your adjustment. Here's what this looks like in practice at Regenics. A patient comes in after 5 days feeling terrible. We go through what they've been eating. Usually it's 1 or 2 very small meals, minimal protein, and not enough water. We make the adjustments, and within 48 hours, their experience is different. Not because we changed the medication, but because we changed how they were supporting their body while the medication was doing its job. This happens more often than most people realize, and it's entirely preventable with the right guidance from day 1. Now you know what not to do, but knowing to eat protein and stay hydrated is only part of it, because the next question I hear from almost every single patient is, okay, But what exactly should I be eating? Because everything sounds unappealing. I'm not hungry, and I don't want to make the nausea worse. That's exactly what the next video answers. I'm going to walk you through what to eat in your first week on a GLP-1, the specific foods that work with the medication instead of against it, what to avoid, even if it seems healthy, and how to structure your meals when your appetite is completely unreliable. Because eating right in week 1 isn't just about avoiding side effects. It's about setting up the results you're going to see in weeks 2, 3, and 4. Watch that next. I'm Paula, nurse practitioner at Regenics, and I'll see you in that video.